There's something that you do that is so creatively refreshing. I keep hearing that you are an original, you are not a remake. And while it's okay and it's important to take inspiration and ideas and motivation from other creatives, from other creators, there's something about the way that you organically create your art. You organically speak your words. You can't find someone similar to you, and that's the whole point. You were put down here to create a whole entire genre of art, okay? You weren't meant to be the next Beethoven or be the next Timothée Chalamet. I don't know, I'm just throwing names out there, right? But you're not meant to be like another actor, be like another artist. You're supposed to be in your own field. I paused it at 44 seconds, but I'm already loving this download. Let's see what Spirit has to say for you. Again, you're not a copy, you are an original. We have the 9 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Cups in the reversal, and the Queen of Cups here. That's the thing about you, is you don't look at what didn't work. I feel like this collective has taken a while to get to their craft, okay? I think that there's been some failures. There's been some times where maybe you did start to kind of fall into doing things like another person, and you realized that you were falling away from yourself and you were falling more into the copy of somebody else. But the thing is that the more that you stay true to your heart and the more that you stay true to yourself, that's where your abundance and your success is. And I think that's what you truly started to realize, is that you can't be a copy and be successful in this. You know, it's like you may have for a while thought that that's what you were supposed to do because that's what everyone else is doing. And you may have given it your all. You may have fully invested your time, your money, your resources into it, and you didn't really see anything of it. You didn't make any money off of it. You weren't really feeling fulfilled in it. People weren't really like gravitating towards your art because, again, it wasn't really yours. Yes, it was still produced from you, but it wasn't being produced from the soul. And this is what this is all about, is this is getting produced from your heart. This is getting this is this is something that is not only seen, this is something that is felt. It's the way that your voice, your art, your creativity speaks and is felt through people. And I feel like that's why it's so important for you not to be a copy, because you would lose the emotional capacity and tie to it, if that makes sense. People can kind of sense that, again, that art form that you did previously just wasn't quite yours. And again, you didn't do a bad job at it. It wasn't bad art. It just wasn't your art. And people can sense that even if they don't know how to say it. And so your success, this 9 of Pentacles, your stability, your abundance, your wealth is going to come from you following this Queen of Cups energy, from you following your own route, from you following your own heart, okay? Yes, no one else is doing the things that you're doing. Yes, no one else is saying the things that you're saying. But again, that's the point entirely. We have the 6 of Pentacles out here. There's something about the way that you give information, that you give art, that you help open people's eyes. And the universe wants to bless you in return, right? You aren't just producing this art for no reason. You're not going to not get rewarded for it, okay? I'm talking, you are going to be blessed financially for this. You are going to be blessed spiritually for this. Literally, the 10 of Pentacles is out here. But you have to fully step into your own art form and not get scared about the initial rejection, okay? Because oftentimes when people start to do this, it's different. It's stuff that people have not seen, people have not heard, people aren't used to it. And uncomfortability naturally makes humans uncomfortable, a little freaked out, a little bit weirded out. What's that? That's weird. I don't know what that is, so that's different and I don't like it, right? So you're going to be faced with some natural rejection at the start of it. You're going to be faced with people who don't quite understand what you're doing or don't really like that you're stepping outside of the box, that you're doing something different entirely. But you can't let that be your setback. That's actually the very driving force. That's going to be your indication from the universe that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And that's how you know. You're going to know your art is coming from your soul and the right place when you start to actually make people pissed off by your art. When you get conversations going. When people are starting to just understand, like, why is that important? When you get people worked up about your art, even if it's them quite literally saying, I hate it, that's how you know you're on the precipice of something major. Because the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles coming out here, this isn't some limbo. This isn't some one-hit wonder. This isn't, I'll have fun for a season. This is lifelong abundance for you. This is lifelong fulfillment for you. You're creating generational wealth with whatever this is. But you can only create that generational wealth if you start to put that art out there. And again, that art has to come from your soul. It has to come from yourself. And I'm really hearing this collective, it isn't about making money at the end of the day. It's not about becoming rich. It's not about becoming famous. It's not about having a multi-million-dollar house. But at the end of the day, what I'm hearing is this creative project is going to lead you to have the freedom to do it more. Okay, maybe this is something where you've had to have the typical 9 to 5. You've had to have the sacrifices. It might not lead you to the millionaire, billionaire life, but you're going to have that freedom. You're going to have that stability. You're going to have the sense of self, the sense of autonomy. And that word freedom just keeps coming to mind. The ability to do what you want, when you want, how you want it. You've got to go full force into this. And you got to check yourself when you start trying to be a copy of someone else, or you start trying to do things one way instead of the way that feels authentic to you. Because again, you're not really going to know what to do at first. People aren't really going to know what to take as your message at first too, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. It just simply means it's different, and you got to allow that saturation to flow. You got to allow your message to stick on to people and to kind of, again, like saturate. Let it absorb. Things take a while to absorb, but once they absorb, they're on the inside, right? That's exactly what your messages do. That's exactly what your art form does. So spread it, get it out there. Don't be scared of the hate. Don't be scared of the rejection, and just share your art, please.